channel number is 37 2017 014. Okay, in this video I would like to present about intrinsic element that I get from a story After 20 Years by O. Hendricks. Okay, let's start. The first one is theme. Theme is related to completing idea and overseeing choice, royalty versus the law. And the second is about character and characterization. Jimmy Will's protagonist. He is a policeman, loyalty, honest, and responsible. And then Bob is main character, antagonist. He is optimist and trusting. And then a plainclothes officer, he protagonist. He is responsible. And then about the setting in New York around 10 at night. Point of view: the third person limited and atmosphere, mystery and secretary. And about the story, that story about two friends, Jimmy and Bob. Jimmy and Bob promise to meet after 20 years, but things change a lot during 20 years. Bob become too criminal and Jimmy a policeman. They meet, but before Jimmy reveals his friends to be a once criminal. In the end, he gets him arrested by one of his colleagues. And then the first is about exposition. The police officer on duty or patrolling at 10 p.m. around the street of New York. The policeman saw a man near a shop door. Then the policeman come up to him. After the policeman meet the man, known to be named Bob. The man also told the purpose of the establishment near the shop where he was waiting for his old friend named Jimmy Wells, whom he wants to meet after 20 years of not meeting, because since he was 18 years old, he had moved to West to live life there. After waiting for 20 years the man named Bob was approached by a man who claimed to be his old friends, Jimmy Wells. And then the second is raising action. At the first, Bob felt he did not recognize the figure of the man who approached him, who claimed to be Jimmy Wells, because Bob felt that Jimmy's head was now much higher than him compared to him, who was much shorter than Bob. But the man who claimed to be Jimmy was trying to convince Bob to believe that he was Bob's old friend he's waiting for. And then the third conflict in the story. And then the third is conflict. In this conflict, after a while talking, Bob began to realize that something was different from the shape of the Jimmy's nose. Because of that, Bob was sure that the person he was with was not his old friend. Then the person who was with Bob also admitted that in fact he was not an old friend that Bob met. He is a policeman who pretends to be Jimmy Wells, who is Bob's old friend. Because Bob is a wanted man who is being sought in Chicago. Okay, the port climax. The police climbing to Jimmy even the arrested Bob and took him to the detention office. But before that, the police gave a message, a letter which was entrusted by his colleague, and namely the Wells officer for Bob. And then fifth, filing action. When Bob read the letter given by the police, he was surprised and did not think it. Turned out the officer he had met near the store was Jimmy Wells, but he did not reveal his identity because in fact Jimmy Wells already knew that Bob was a wanted fugitive being sold in Chicago. And then resolution in the story, the feeling of the dilemma facing Jimmy Wells made him unable to catch Bob because Bob was an old friend he longed for, but as a police officer he had to be professional in his work. Therefore he took his courage. Therefore he told his coworkers to disguise himself to catch Bob, who at the time was a fugitive. And then moral value in the story, do not be easily prejudiced against others, because what we expect is not necessarily true and in accordance with reality. And summary in the story that I get, after 20 years by O. Henry, tell the story of Jimmy and Bob, two childhood friends who made a pact to meet up after 20 years. At the appointed meeting time and location, a policeman walks up and asks Bob what he's doing. Bob explained that he is waiting to meet with an old friend, and the officer diverts. A man claiming to be Jimmy arrives. However, the man is actually a different policeman sent to arrest Bob, who is a known criminal from Chicago. The original policeman was actually Jimmy, but he didn't have the heart to arrest his old friends. Okay, I think that's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.